Carrie and Della.
And I'm Renee Haldy.
And we are two of the counselors at Memorial Middle School, and we nominated Rachel Palmer for Staff Stars. Rachel is a encore teacher at Memorial Middle School. She teaches FACS and also our OSO class and works with our Native American population.
Rachel has an amazing ability to connect with students, and she cares about them beyond just what they're learning in the classroom and makes connections with them and encourages them, and she's just an amazing mentor for her students.
Rachel also, like Renee said, goes above and beyond just classroom teacher. She gets to know these students' families. If they are kind of in a bind or they need something beyond the classroom, she will make sure she gets those resources for those families. So if a student comes in and seems sad or upset, she will pull them aside individually and not in front of the whole group, and once she finds out what could be going on, she communicates with us or other resources to make sure that she can make their next day better.
We have students in both her FACS class and her OSO class that struggle coming to school and struggle making connections and struggle wanting to be here. And we cannot tell you how many times that they say, "But I love her class." And that can be the highlight of their day for sure.
So when we think of our Native American students at Memorial specifically, it's not a huge population of students. So when they walk into our buildings, what some of them have told me is they don't necessarily feel like they always belong. Rachel finds a way to make them belong, which is so huge for them and their culture. A lot of times our students of Native American culture have trouble opening up and really with that trust piece of things. And with Rachel's knowledge of the Native American culture and just her experience of being on the reservation and kind of bringing that to the classroom, I think for those students it automatically makes them feel safe and they trust her. She can also use that language and communication with the students and their parents, and it allows us as counselors, as other staff members who don't have that knowledge or that experience that she has, for her almost to tell those parents we're also safe people. So they not only have her in their back corner, but now she's allowed us to kind of come into their family and help them and get them the resources that they need, because trust is such a big issue with that culture, and she just does it flawlessly and has the knowledge and the true passion to help these families.
And she has this amazing ability to help the kids connect with each other so that they form those relationships, they form those connections with each other, so they do feel like they belong, not just with a teacher and a student, but also with each other in her class.
Rachel has the most calm demeanor I have probably ever witnessed in a teacher. I've never seen her get riled. There have been sometimes in her classes where obviously students can test you. It takes a long time, specifically, again, with our Native American population to, like we said, build that trust. And she is just beyond patient. I mean, I just don't know that there's a lot of people that have the quality that she has to be patient, allow them to decide kind of when they're going to trust her and when they're going to allow her in, and she never strays from that. She keeps being there for them. Any bumps in the road, she stays steady, making those kids feel like they are the number one most important thing, but within the halls of our school, that they also do blend. Like they don't stand out because our population is smaller than some of the other schools. Like I said, those kids can kind of feel like they're alone, and in her class they don't, but she also makes sure that they don't in our hallways too. And I think that that's really important for those kids to be able to go to all their other classes besides their OSO class and feel like they fit in and they kind of blend like every other student.
She is a great coworker. I think she's kind and patient even with us. And when she speaks highly of students, it encourages us to speak highly of students. So she has that positive way about her that inspires me, at least I can say. And she's just a very kind coworker.
Absolutely. Outside of the Native American students, like we said, she also teaches FACS, and there's a couple students that I can think of in particular that have been a challenge for all staff that student has had, and she has found ways to figure out what their needs are, what they enjoy, and even finding out that they enjoy stuff outside of the classroom. So she's offered for them to come in and help her clean up the FACS room after school, or spend some extra time and get to know each other that way, which sometimes those students aren't necessarily always the ones that we want to be spending a lot of extra time on, especially our free time that we have. And she chooses to do that, and that to me just shows that she truly cares about the individual student and not just what they're getting out of each class. When I think of a staff star as the first person that popped into my head, we haven't always had a OSO class at Memorial, and I would be devastated if it went away. Just seeing how she connects with those kids, and truly seeing how those kids walk in our halls after having that class, it's just such a benefit, and it's a really neat thing to see.